Oh, wait. Hello once again, audience. Welcome to my art stream, where I will be working with you all. I will be doing some art, relaxing, chilling, and enjoying our time overall. I'm Gray, that's Elsie, and this is Gray Nerd Art. Gray Nerd Art. Gray Nerd Art. Gray Nerd Art. Yeah. I hope everyone is doing good tonight. I myself have had a lengthy day, but not a bad one. I think it's been a good one. I think I've enjoyed my time. I think I have felt quite good. I don't know. But for the time being, I feel like drawing just, character that I drew a little while ago for somebody. I feel like drawing again all of a sudden. Character who I cannot find on my list of drawing things, so I have to open up again. Hold on. Where is it? I appear to have lost one of my... What? Have I lost one of my files? Have I actually lost one of my, main files that I use for things? Oh, never mind. I just had it hidden away. This character! I want to draw this character. I drew a while back, who I really enjoy drawing. I like her. I think she has a decent design. I like drawing her smoking for some reason. Even though it's the same basic concept. You know what? Maybe instead of smoking this time, maybe instead what I have her do is I have her yawning. I feel like yawning is a nice pose. Yep. Oh. Ooh. It's pressing the wrong button. There we go. Oh, sorry. I think something happened at some point. I think I might have accidentally typed something that I wasn't supposed to. Hello. Alas, this is what we shall start with. Very basic idea. Sometimes I forget exactly how art works. It seems to me, the more that I go on, that art is something like combining works together. It's combining things that you encounter together. It's combining and dividing, like judgment. You see some concepts and you see other concepts and you put them together with other things.
Your art is like a beautiful soup.
It's like a beautiful soup. Welcome, Seth. It can be, yes. Yes, indeed. Let's see. So I have this pose here. Might do something with this one. Maybe I make multiple poses, actually. Maybe I do a character sheet. I've not done full-on character sheets before. Well, actually, no. Yes. No, I haven't. I have not done full-on character sheets. Where the goal is to draw them at different angles and show different parts of their bodies and whatnot. So this is forward. Okay. Side. So no, sorry, 3/4. And side. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh. Seth, what have you been up to today? What have we been doing? Here we go. No, that's not gonna look good as a chin. Okay, that's the issue.
Just got off work a bit ago. Lucky enough to have a 5-day-long weekend.
Woohoo! Congratulations. A 5-day weekend, not just a 4-one. That's pretty good. Okay. I think I get 3-day weekends pretty often, but they're not like relaxing weekends. So I know. Well, I guess they are somewhat. So I guess they're still fine. Weekends usually involve some amount of work anyway. It's never like fully removed from work. It's just like less work, you know? That's just how the weekend is. But 5-day weekend at least sounds nice. You got anything special planned for what you're gonna do during the weekend? Any ideas? I'm grabbing something at the moment. Semi-animation for the next...
I'm trying to do a semi-animation for the next Squish entry, so gonna try to plow through that a bit.
Okay, very cool. I'm happy for it. I look forward to seeing this new Squish animation. I have seen that you've done a lot of animations, Seth. I will say that it is impressive you're able to put out so many. What would you say is the secret to doing good animation? As someone who does so regularly. There we go. We put this here, this here.
An apple a day.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple of animation a day keeps the animators away.
Hello, my fellow Mr. Gray. How are you doing?
Oh, Froggy! Hey! Welcome. Glad to have you. I'm doing good. So is an apple a day something like the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step? Is it that kind of thing? Or is it like you're drawing an apple every day? How am I doing? I'd say I'm doing well. Froggy, what about you?
Use the Apple iPad once a day.
Use the Apple iPad once a day. I see. Understandable. Okay, now I get the premise. It's specifically that you use the Apple iPad.
Rotate an apple a day?
Rotate.
I'm good, just tired of drawing.
Just tired of drawing? Understandable. Rotate an apple a day. Bob, welcome to the stream. Here we go.
Which basically means just keep your head down and draw. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Trying to get a perfect system for it's not really going to work very well. Fair enough. You're never going to have a perfect time to start drawing or start animating or start, like, doing all this art stuff. May as well start now, you know? You're not going to be perfect, sure, but, you know, it comes with time. You'll get better and better. Besides, it's a nice way to spend your time. Feels good. There we go. Do. Alright, so we got the 3/4 view, we got the straight on view. This face doesn't feel right to me yet. No. Oh, that's why, because it should be more like so, where it kind of goes out. At some point I should learn different face shapes, I think. So that it seems more like, less like the characters have the same face all the time, and more like, oh yeah, you know, this guy has like a thin jaw, this guy is like a fairly big jawed guy. This is a character who is like a small face.
Hi, Gray.
Oh, Galaxy Sky, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you. Bob, can you keep an eye on this Galaxy Sky person? They have a tendency to be a bit uppity in chat. I need you to, like, personally make sure that none of that, like, no trouble happens over here.
Putting them in the pit now.
Sir, yes, sir. So glad to hear it. Here we go. So is there any specific thing that is required or expected whenever you have a character sheet for someone? For like a character you're drawing and you're trying to like say like, oh yeah, this is how you draw her. Is there any expectation of like what kinds of things you'd show there? I guess you'd show like a full body reference somewhere with it. Not just like a half body. Which is what I've done here. So maybe I'll do a full body with this here.
EPPP.
Hello, I see. So glad to have you. So glad to see ya. So glad I see ya. This does not feel like a right placement of the shoulders.
In theory, a character sheet is what you'd give to animators who aren't used to drawing them all the time, so good angle references, at least a 3/4 back and 3/4 front.
Oh, 3/4 back and 3/4 front. Okay.
And expressions to show them how far they're allowed to push a drawing.
Oh, I see. So you give limits on, like, oh yeah, this is like the max that this person can move to. Oh, so it's like how they have like the Bart yes and Bart no. Right, like that? Is that what this is? Bart Simpson, yes. Animator.
You can do full front and back if they've got weird shapes like Phineas from Phineas and Ferb, but I find a 3/4 front and back usually, so the job just fine.
So it's you can do full front and back if you've got weird shapes like Phineas and Ferb, but I find 3/4 front back to the job. I've been prevented from seeing the EPPPPPP. So it's like this thing.
Yeah, that's an example of it. In The Simpsons case, it was more about telling them to not push the expressions too much.
Yeah, you have the no, 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 no.
What's your favorite part about drawing, Mr. Gray?
My favorite part about drawing... I like looking at the product at the end. I like seeing something that I've made that I can look at and be like, wow, that looks kind of nice. I actually kind of appreciate that. It's kind of cool seeing that you've accomplished something that you can look at and be like, that looks cool. But I think also the process itself is very calming and can help like take you away from like the stressors of life. So it's not as though it's all the end product of, wow, look at this cool thing I made. Because if that's all it was, then you would just like get an AI and then touch it up a bit. You oftentimes can just enjoy the process of making it itself and understanding like how things operate with the human body and how like different objects look in different perspectives, and learning itself will hopefully become something to enjoy as part of the process, to where you're like, yeah, I love like doing the art studies. I love doing art fundamentals, which is a statement by the utterly deranged. Yes, I would love to sit back and practice the art fundamentals by hours. For hours. Statements by the utterly deranged, the crazy. Okay. Okay, so we want something like the character at different angles, right? So we have front on, 3/4, side angle, right? And then we give them something from behind. We give them something from behind as well. That's a good idea. Where you're not looking straight at the character. I don't know if I've actually drawn many characters from behind, frankly. I think I've done it maybe once for a blind character. It was interesting. There we go. Yeah, that would be my favorite part of drawing.
Hello, my name is Elsie and I bark like a dog. Woof! Woof! Boo! Wow. Well,
Bow wow indeed, Elsie. Bow wow. What would y'all... I know we have a few other artists here. I'm actually curious now. What would y'all say is your favorite part of drawing? And like the experience of it, the product of it, or like some like more specific part? So behind, and then 3/4 behind. Muscles. I'm glad to hear that, Fuko. Fuko, welcome. I think we may have someone else who would agree with you on the muscles part.
The joy, either myself or others.
Aw, that's adorable. Yes, indeed. Here we go.
when you've got a good song on and beer in and you're in total flow state.
See, I've never been able to draw
Mr.
whenever I have
Gray,
any alcohol.
if you can wish for anything in the world, what will it be?
I've never been able to draw while I have alcohol. I just kind of stop thinking, stop operating. I think I've tried it a few times. It's just never been very good for me. I'd love to be able to.
I second that. Oh, ficamos low.
If I could wish for anything in the world, what would it be?
Art for art's sake is fun.
True. Very true. Very, very true. If I could wish for anything in the world, I think there are a lot of things that could be very easy to wish for. I think it's better to wish for something unexpected. Because I think that, like, the simple wishes, like, oh, I wish there was world peace, or something like you'd hear from Miss Universe, feels a bit too redundant. It's not as interesting. I feel like the wishes should be interesting if you're gonna make a wish. I would wish... Who's gonna make a wish? I don't think it should be power. I don't think it should be some kind of power to, like, do something. Of, like, ah, yes, I want the power to be able to do everything. I want the power to do it all. Because I think those kinds of wishes are... Although I find them appealing. I think it's something like fantastical that overextends us beyond what we can feasibly do in some way. I think if I was gonna wish for something, what would it be? What would I wish for? I don't want to change the world. I don't want to try to fix everything in my way. I don't want to just live a power fantasy. I don't know. I don't know what I'd wish for. It's hard to say what I would feel is appropriate for me to wish for. You are welcome to wish for whatever you like. You are welcome to wish for what you like. But I'm not sure I could get at an answer for what I would wish for, frankly. If I was presented with a genie's lamp, and I was told, go ahead, it has one wish left. Wish for what you like. I'm not sure I'd be able to come up with something before I'd say, no. I shouldn't wish for that. I shouldn't have that, or I shouldn't need that, or I shouldn't decide that. I don't know. What would you all wish for? I find it hard to decide. So everything I could think of, I pause and I say, no. I think I should probably be content with where I am. This is not. Like, do I want to improve things? Yeah, of course. Somehow I think the process probably is important to that. And so the process of, if I think the process of doing art is important, then the process of learning art is probably also important. And if that's true, then I don't want to just say, I wish I was great at art. I wish I was amazing. I wish I was the next Da Vinci. If I think there's something great about the process, then I'm not so sure that I want to wish for that. So that kind of like leaves me in a stump of like, I feel like you've tied my hand here, Fro. You've tied my hand by moving straight from what's your favorite part about drawing to what would you wish for. If you had anything. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay, all of the text just moved all at once. I thought I got like 20 messages in one single second.
I'd probably wish to always make the best decisions possible, morally.
Not a bad choice. I mean, yeah, it's not very good to want to do like bad things. By definition. No. No. I think wishes to change ourselves for the better would be are noble things. Here we go. Oh, I should flip this actually. Nope. I should put these on opposite sides. No! These circles need to be on opposite sides at opposite parallel things, because it's not the way it should be. Alright, so we have this. Boom. There we go. Back 3/4. Galaxy Sky, do you have any wishes? Puko? Seth? I may have droned on for a little while.
I'd wish
with
for
my
a
thoughts
castle
on
that I can have
wishes.
disco parties at.
Like some sort of other worldly energy source.
Some sort of otherworldly energy source. Understand? We have like nuclear reactors, but like instead of like radiation, using radiation to boil steam, we use alien dancing to boil steam. Very cool. I like it. You know,
I wish for inner peace.
Wish for inner peace. Understandable. And then we have expressions as far as you can go, is what the other thing that I was told. Okay, so if we were gonna have expressions, we'd have like...
I'm probably too late to suggest anything to write.
No. I'm drawing a bunch of stuff on here because I'm like, ooh, what if I were to make a... Because I'm the kind of person who always starts too many projects and then never finishes any of them.
But I'd like to suggest a super soldier
that one
cat
guy.
in power armor.
Super soldier cat girl in power armor. Imperative penguin, that is a wonderful idea. Astounding. We can see about doing that. But I'm the kind of guy... I'm like that one character from Jimmy Neutron. I'm the one villain from that show. Jimmy Neutron, enemy, scientist. This guy, Professor Calamitous. You guys see this right here? This is me. This guy right here, this is me.
Professor Calamitous.
Yes, this right here is me. I'm this guy, the guy who never finishes anything. Right? I start so many amazing projects that you're just like, wow, that's so cool. And then I just never finish. It's frustrating. Very frustrating. I know it's a flaw. But I'm also not very good at figuring out what to do about it.
That was me for the longest time.
True. Professor Calamitous. Jimmy Neutron and Professor Calamitous. Such an indicator of where my life would go. This guy right here. I'm gonna be bald. I'm gonna have like a little strap around my head with these like little like fold down glasses. I'm gonna have buck teeth. I'm gonna have the Steven Universe face. And I'm gonna be wearing a white lab coat with big black gloves and very tiny shoes. That's gonna be me, right here. But yes, Imperative Penguin, I will happily draw, if my chat would stay still. I'll happily put on our list Super Soldier Cat Girl in Power Armor. If you shall remain patient, I shall get to you shortly. I don't know what kind of expressions you would put on here if you were going to do like what's the furthest you could like go with this character in terms of like expressions. I don't know what exactly you would put on here. All right, that's the issue. Oh well.
Surprise is usually an extreme expression.
Surprise? Okay, we'll get rid of angry, we'll go to surprise.
For me, I usually just choose expressions that match my character.
Ah, you know, that's true.
So that I find funny.
That's probably a good idea. If it's a character who's commonly making this kind of expression, or this character is commonly feeling that kind of way, then, you know, you may as well have them expressed in that way. You may as well draw them that way. And then, yeah. Oh. I
But
see.
I'm not a professional, so I can be giving bad advice.
Fair enough, fair enough. I see, you said you were like Professor Calamitous for the longest time. What stopped you from being Professor Calamitous? What changed? What made everything so different? I'll draw a brief little super soldier cat girl in power armor in the meantime.
Finishing smaller projects, getting that sense of accomplishment. Also, working on stories that I enjoy. Gray, did you know Hannah Montana is back?
Wait. You mean like they got rid of Miley Cyrus in favor of Hannah Montana? What? How? Why? How do you go back to that? Not possible. But
I think it just depends of the project. I think you just do the usual expressions, anger, happy, surprise, sad, etc., with a limit of like, this is how far to push sad, how far to push angry, etc.
Okay. Because I
What's your favorite color, Gray?
my favorite color, I actually have given different
The wig
answers
returned.
to this.
Miley is no more.
Wild. The wig returned. Miley is dead. I have given people different answers for what my favorite color is. Sometimes I'm cheeky and I say, oh yes, it's gray. I love gray. It's a great color. It's a great color. Sometimes I say it's orange. You know, I like orange because it's a good complementary color to blue. Sometimes I say it's something like the popular colors, right? Like it's blue or it's green, right? These are the most common choices people are going to answer for what's their favorite color. I also like this. I like burgundy.
Gray is too gloomy and orange is too loud. Popular colors like mauve and taupe.
Like mauve and taupe. Are those the names of those colors? Did you look up the specific names of the hex that I pulled out right here? You're just like, ah yes, mauve and taupe. These aren't actually blue and green. This is mauve and taupe gray. And that right there, that's not burgundy red. That's actually a different kind of red entirely. It's actually rose coal red or something. I don't know. Is that what you're doing to me? Is that what we're putting each other through? Gray is too loomy and orange is too loud. We'll go with burgundy then.
Mauve is like a purple and taupe is like a beige.
Taupe is like a beige. Popular covers with mauve and taupe. Never even heard of this. You know, maybe that's the way we should reply to that question. Anytime anyone asks you, what's your favorite color? You try to find the most obscure color name you can come up with. And you're like, ah, yes, mauve. My favorite color is mauve. Children will hate you for this. They will hate you. You'll be like, no, I don't really care for purple, but mauve? Mauve's pretty good. Anyway, let me draw the. I will continue drawing the super soldier cat girl. When you said super soldier cat girl, Imperator Penguin, I'm not sure if you're still here or not, but I'm just gonna draw Master Chief. But instead of having the Master Chief helmet, it's gonna be the cat girl as the head. That's what I'm gonna draw for you, because I've been given no further instruction. I've seen no further comment, and that's if you stick around and have no objection, then that's what you will get. If I don't hear from you after a while, I'm going to abandon the project and go back to something else. Because I want to know people are here. I'm holding you hostage. You gotta give
It
it
was
like...
the rainbow they taught all of us in kindergarten. Mauve, mahogany, taupe, cerulean, fuchsia,
Aw.
and lavender.
Oh, I hate that.
Ah!
Oh, yeah. My favorite color. Fuchsia. Taupe. Cerulean. These are fake names of colors made up by artists and just other groups that I cannot name. Fake. They are not real. No one uses these. No one discusses fuchsia. No one talks about fuchsia. This is not a real thing. Bum, bum, bum.
Fuchsia is great!
Fuchsia. Again, the opinions of the utterly deranged. Completely crazy. No idea what you're talking about. Okay, Imperator does not seem to be here.
There was an Arthur episode where Arthur learned to knit, and people were like, pink! And Arthur got mad and went, it is fuchsia!
It's fuchsia! It's fuchsia! Astounding. I'm glad that I've learned something new. I've not seen Arthur. Oh, you didn't mean like Arthur the King of like England. You meant Arthur the like bunny. Oh. That makes so much more sense than what I was thinking. This is like Arthur and what's his face? The
PBS Kids show.
Yeah, the PBS Kids show. Yeah, Arthur the Aardvark, yeah, versus Arthur and his, like, magical advisor, whose name I forget.
No, he's a pangolin.
No, he was a pangolin? What? He wasn't an aardvark, he was a pangolin. Anatomically, he must be something else. Alright, I'm going back to this because Imperator Penguin has left the stream, or has decided he no longer cares to talk to me, sad as it may be. I was told by Seth, anger, happy, surprise, sad, etc. So, I got tired, surprise, usual expressions that she would have. I think tired would be one, surprise would be one. I think this is probably one. It's like a... like playful, I guess is the term. Yeah, playful.
Mischievous?
Mischievous? Yeah, I'll take mischievous, sure. Oh, I missed an I. And I added an I. Or I misspelled it. No. No. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see, so we want normal expressions. She's normally tired. She's
Hey,
normally
Mr. Gray, if
mischievous.
you like Marvel movies, what is your favorite?
If is a very important part of that sentence. I'm not super into Marvel movies. I think there are a few good ones. And I think they're all I think the only good Marvel movies are the Spider-Man ones and maybe the Iron Man ones. And the rest has just been piggybacking off of that. Oddly enough, I don't like it that they cross over Spider-Man and Iron Man. I'm not a fan of that. I wish they would keep them separate. I don't like the extended universe stuff. I don't like the multiverse at all. I would have to say, like, the original Spider-Man movies, the ones with the Green Goblin and Doc Ock. Oh, wonderful. I would say this Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock is just the pinnacle of cinema. That right there. Oh my goodness, that was great.
The Sam Raimi ones.
The Sam Raimi ones. Who is Sam Raimi? Sam Raimi. Yes, the Sam Raimi. Yeah, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man ones. Specifically Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 3 was kind of meh. Spider-Man 2 was peak. Spider-Man 1 I remember thinking was good, but like not as good as Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is a case where the sequel outshined the original. Like a lot, in my view. Okay, mischievous, tired, surprised.
Well, are you into anime shows? Then which ones do you like?
I mean, I draw anime stuff. So I'm curious what Marvel shows you like, Froggy. You're moving on from one question to the other really quickly. I'd be curious what other people's favorite Marvel films are. But while they're answering that, anime shows. I like anime as a style, as you can see from the fact that that's how I draw things. I think that I've admired it for a while. Do I think it's the only style to draw in? No, but it's the one that I like a lot, so I do that. Which ones do I like? Well, I have Elsie here. from The World God Only Knows. I don't know if I like it as much as I used to. But, I don't know. I think there are some parts of it that I'm just kind of sad looking back at, like, ah, yes, old anime used to be like this. Ugh. Ugh. But, other ones that I would like. No, I say old anime like they used to be like this, and then one other anime that I was gonna recommend, I was like, wait a minute, I remember they had a scene that I was really uncomfortable with as well. So it's hard for me to recommend an anime like wholesale of like, ah yes, this is perfect, it has no issues whatsoever. I have no like problems. I liked Too Many Losing Heroines because it focused less on like it focused more on the characters than on any kind of like relationship building, I think. And that was nice. But what else? I keep hearing from people that Cowboy Bebop is very good, but I've never been able to commit myself to watching it all the way through. I don't really care for Gurren Lagann. What expression am I drawing right now, actually? What expression am I drawing? I don't know. What anime do y'all like? Or y'all opposed?
Evangelion?
Evangelion? Evangelion's nice. I watched that anime. I didn't watch any of the movies, but I was told today by a friend of mine that only the first one is good. So I should only watch the first movie, he said.
I don't watch a lot of anime anymore since I prefer to read the manga source material.
Understandable. Or the webtoon source material if you want to do some comic reading.
Not big on anime, but the Gainax Trigger stuff is always fun.
Gainax Trigger. Trigger is pretty decent with their animation, yeah. If you want good animation, Trigger is usually good for motion and stuff. Oh, you know what was really good?
I liked the third one had more of Kaworu, but I didn't like the movies very much.
You know what?
Though some anime I've enjoyed are Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop, and Last Exile are good anime originals.
I've not heard of Samurai Champloo or Last Exile. But I didn't know Cowboy Bebop was an anime original. That was good. That's good to know. Good to know that you didn't like the movies very much.
Last Exile!
I will say I really did enjoy the Star Wars anime. Like I don't mean like the one that I don't mean the cartoon. I mean like the Star Wars like anime thing where Disney basically gave like a bunch of different animation studios like full reign to do whatever they wanted with the Star Wars IP and said just basically make your own story about whatever you want, and their stories were so completely different and unrelated by so many different studios, and there were a few of them that I was like, dang, you know, I kind of want to see more of that. Like, that sounds cool. That was kind of interesting. I was very fond. But, what else am I thinking of for expressions? So, tired, surprised, mischievous.
Anime Star Wars sounds cool.
Concerned. Anime Star Wars. It's very good. I can look up the name real quick. Concerned, I think. Star Wars Visions. Oh, they made a volume 3, really? Oh, cool. Oh, they're making it volume 3. Okay. Star Wars Visions was like every single episode was something different than the last. Like you had it was such just a completely unexpected change with every single thing. Like every single episode was trying to be different and stand out from all the others, and you could tell there was no coordination. Because the themes and the stories and everything that was like considered were just very different for all of them, and it was just kind of packaged together and shipped out, and it was great. I loved it. Star Wars Visions. I've not really kept up with the Star Wars IP very much. I'm told that some more recent stuff has been good, but I've not actually bothered doing so myself.
It looks neat.
It looks neat? Yeah. We're gonna do here.
Same. I've only really seen the first 6 movies, and the one where Luke drinks milk.
The one where Luke drinks milk? What is the one where Luke drinks milk? What is that?
I think it's the second movie in the new trilogy.
Number 8.
Ah, I see. I haven't seen...
Thank you, Bob.
Yes, thank you, Bob. Bob, did you see all of the original... Sorry, all of the new trilogy? Eto Setan. Did you see all the new Star Wars movies? How do they... What's something original you could say about the new movies that hasn't already been said?
A friend forced my wife and I.
Tragic.
There's nothing that hasn't been said before, so I'll just say they decrease in quality, vastly, between each one.
Okay, so 7 was better than 8, and 8 was better than 9. That is good to know.
In so many words.
So many words. Okay. Whatever you just said got filtered out of the top chat to where it's not showing on my little thing in OBS, because OBS doesn't show me everything that shows up in
7
the
is
chat.
just kind of bland and okay.
Mm-hmm. What is this?
And it's just downhill from there.
And it's just downhill from there. Yeah, I vaguely recall 9 being somehow Palpatine returned. And I remember hearing that and I'm like, alright, sure. That's just giving up. It's like the first question I'd have is, how did Palpatine return?
The new trilogy was basically, we had no idea what we're doing and we should have made a plan.
Yeah.
They never answer it.
They never answer it? Oh gosh. That's bad. Let me pause for a moment. This is an unnatural thing.
They say, the dark side is a pathway to many abilities, some considered to be unnatural, and then say, dark science, cloning, and nobody asks any more questions.
I'm glad I'm not a Star Wars fan.
Simmy.
Yeah. It's just kind of a fire that's just gonna burn away all the stuff you enjoyed. And it's tragic. Oh well. I'm sure in like 10 years or 20 years they'll make another set of sequels where it's like we're gonna have the new sequels. The sequels, and we'll watch it and we'll be like, this is even worse than before. How do they do this? How do they do this? And all the like Gen Alpha people will be like, okay, Gramps. Alright. You think that's so bad? It's gonna have like skibbity bop bop yes yes or something as like a reference in the Star Wars movie, and we're all gonna
Then people become nostalgic for the Rey trilogy, even though they're awful.
Then people, yeah, exactly what happened with the prequels, except that the prequels are good, and I like the prequels. I grew up with the prequels, and I'm gonna stand by them. My wonderful prequels, your terrible sequels. Though I do like this original image, it occurs to me I don't fully understand how her hair works. I want it to be poofy, though. Not so poofy that it looks a little like an art woman. No.
The prequels are just dragged down a bit by poor acting and a certain obnoxious character.
I will admit that he is not, that Anakin is kind of bad in 2. But I think that's kind of how awkward teenagers
I was talking about Jar Jar Gray.
I know about... Okay, do you mean poor acting on the part of Jar Jar? Okay. I knew you were talking about Jar Jar with obnoxious character. But poor acting? Are you really going to say that Jar Jar was a
Mace
poor
Windu
actor?
has the purple lightsaber that's pretty cool. About the extent of my Star Wars knowledge.
Say what you will.
No.
Say what you will about Jar Jar. Jar Jar put in the work.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. Mace Windu has the purple lightsaber, and that's pretty cool. True. Samuel L. Jackson knew he was going to be in the movies, and he said, I want to be different. I want to be different than anybody else. And they said, okay, here's a purple one. And he said, heck yeah. And then he changed history forever. There we go.
you ever make the same expression while drawing? I sometimes do that grinning, squinting face.
Yeah, I think I probably do without realizing it a lot. I think it's probably a normal thing to like make an expression while you do so and not even realize it, but maybe the person around you does. So Bob, maybe you and Galaxy Sky can talk a little bit more about this, about like making an expression and not recognize you do so while you draw. Here we go. Boom.
I always do it consciously.
Oh,
I know
always do
Bob
it
is good at
consciously.
expressions.
This is true.
Faces, and sometimes poses if I need to.
No. I think Fuko means like while you are drawing, right? Right? While you are drawing something here.
I do poses as I draw. Yeah, I do that consciously.
You do that. Yeah, I believe Bob understood. I believe Bob got it consciously. Oh, did Elsie break again? Darn it. Mostly hand and arm, so I know what I'm doing. Before you draw, you must feel. True. Before I can draw a character dying, I have to die. This is very true. It's like method acting. Before you can be you can play a psychopathic killer in a movie, you have to be a psychopathic killer.
I know what Icy Love VV is talking about.
Before you can go out and depict a romantic relationship, you have to be in a romantic relationship. Before you can be a villain, and before you can draw a villain, you have to be a villain.
I left Star Wars behind in 25 after 19 years of obsessively researching everything I could about it. Stupid Battlefront Classic Collection, not improving the last Rota mission.
Not improving the last ROTE. What is ROTE mission? Oh, you're talking about the Star Wars Battlefront games. Oh yeah, those are great. I love those. I still come back to those every so often. Because those are just great. They're fun. It's fun to be a droid and stuff. What do you all think of her hair, by the way? I want to make sure that I'm not doing something just completely insane here with her hair. This isn't just like something that just doesn't happen with hair. I feel like this is way too big, though. Maybe not that small. Maybe more like this. I feel like there's some series that improved after other people got a hold of them. Like, I know that Spider-Man, whenever I watched a video detailing like the entire history of the Spider-Man franchise, like the comics and stuff, like to understand everything that
That's
happened.
beautiful sketch in blue, Mr. Gray.
Thank you, Mr. Game Maker, but that was done a long time ago. But thank you, I appreciate it. I that was actually the first initial sketch that I did of this girl. And then I drew this, and I was like, this is beautiful. I love this. And now I'm drawing more of her, because I like drawing her now. I actually want to take...
Is this your own character, Mr. Gray?
Yes, yes it is, indeed.
The problem
my own
with
character.
Western comics is that you can have a good run with one creator, then the next one comes in and smashes it all to pieces.
True. True. This happened several times with the Spider-Man comics, so far as I could tell from the hour-long video on the Spider-Man comics. This is my own character. She doesn't have a name yet. I was commissioned a while ago to make a comic for someone. And then he ran out of money and had to stop paying me to do it, so he told me to stop drawing it. He told me I wanted to draw more, and then he was like, no, 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 no. Stop. I cannot afford to pay you. Stop. I was like, okay. But I like drawing, so I draw her more.
What is her personality like?
So far, I don't know. The details that I know about her, because the comic is something he wrote, but I am doing the art for, and the character, so far as I understand, she is a single mom who's living in like a rundown apartment with like a small kid, a daughter, and she smokes. She's got this kind of expression. I was very happy with this expression. This is how she's introduced. So my impression is that she's probably going to be like a supportive, very tired woman. Someone who is like kind-hearted despite everything that she's going through. And it's kind of like her on her last dredges, still pushing her own daughter along and those around her. And I think it's something admirable, even if it's exhausting.
Some of my favorite characteristics. Tired and kind.
True. Tired and kind. True and real. Yeah, the year just feels wrong.
Always makes me go, I want to be their friend and support them.
I know, right? I feel like this character will be good to the story. I am not the person who writes the story. I can't really give you full details on how it'll work because I'm not the one in charge. That's kind of how I like it to be. I kind of like the idea of drawing stories for someone else because I don't like writing stories. I don't think I'm very good at it, and I don't particularly enjoy it. But I do like being able to help other people's stories come to fruition. It's kind of nice. So, you know, that's kind of what I want to do. With this, at least.
But you are such a good DM, Gray.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. I do enjoy DMing. I haven't done so in a year now, I think. I intend to come back to it. I made a bunch of plans to come back. I prepped a ton for your campaign, Bob. And then I said, no. I have to put this off again. I can't, in good conscience. I want you to know that this prep did not happen like a few weeks later. This prep happens like a few weeks ago.
That's super rare.
Or, like,
A lot of
2 months
artists
ago.
love the concepts in writing stage and don't end up doing anything with them.
Yeah. No, I get it. I don't care for the concepts in writing stage because I'm not a very creative person in that way. I love seeing what people do with it, with what I give them. Or I love following through with this thing because whenever I do like projects on my own that I start, they go nowhere, right? Like they do kind of what you're describing, but whenever I do something for someone else, I'm like, okay, well I gotta get this done, and then I make it and I can show them, and they're like, this is cool, I like it. Could you do this? I'm like, yes, of course, I can do this. It's so much easier to do things for other people because what they want is clear. Whereas what I want is not. Maybe that's how I am with a lot of things. That may be a fault, but oh well. But yeah, Bob, I want you to know I had planned initially to try and like come to y'all and be like, hey, look, I can start it up now. And then I realized that I couldn't. And I was like, oh shoot. I need to put it off again, and I'm gonna come back to it in the summer. I've prepared, I kid you not, like 7 different maps for you all. I didn't stop preparing. Because I began to love the process of world building and making it where you could do a bunch of things, and then I tried like getting into abstract of like, okay, but what do I want to do with this? And I ended up saying, no, I don't feel like starting the commitment of doing a D&D campaign yet. I don't have time for that. But adding another map for the D&D campaign when it does start back up again, detailing the different economic groups in the city and how this will affect the terrain or the areas that you will specifically encounter in a city. That sounds wonderful. Let me do that.
Do one-shots or small campaigns?
Yeah, exactly. I am fully down to do a one-shot. I have prepared stuff for a small campaign, and I gave myself a rule where I basically said, from here on out, I have to do it in seasons, like TV shows do in seasons, where instead of it just kind of going on forever, you have like a set time limit of like, okay, if it goes past this point, you guys just lose. I need you to know that, because I can't keep this going. That's my idea at the moment. That's my plan. I could theoretically do a one-shot soon, but I couldn't do a small campaign at the moment because I am about to have both midterms and possibly, well, not possibly, but and an additional job to what I'm doing already, which is going to make my life kinda hellish a little bit. But we will survive. We will survive. Taking up too many things. Well, yeah. I actually specifically bought like a D&D module for Foundry called The Mines of Phandelver to be able to like run one-shots in D&D and be like, hey guys, I can't do anything this week. I don't have time to prep. Oh, look at that. I can still run a campaign for you. Or, hey guys, I know the DM for that other campaign we were in said he couldn't go today because he's busy. Look at that. I have a one-shot thing that's ready right now that we can do. That we can just throw ourselves into if you can just make a character really quick. Because I have a thing to make characters really quick, too. I've over-prepared. But I kind of like it. It's kind of enjoyable. What do we think of the hair? I'm not sure if I fully... if the hair is quite good or not. I don't know if I like the shape. While you all are examining and rejecting the hair, I'm going to... oh, I should put this on a different layer. We all are doing that. I'm going to draw her clothing. I don't know. Is it weird that I find, like, one-shots, not one-shots, but, like, D&D world building so much fun? Like, not in the sense of, like, ah, yes, here's the lore, here are all the gods and stuff. Not that kind of world building, but, like, here is this fish store. This fish store you can go to. Here is this chandlery. The place that makes candles. You can go there. You can see, like, the vat of oil that they have that they use to make candles. You can see, like, where all the workers stay. Here, you can go there. Here's the place where they make nets. I like that part. I like making those places for you to be able to go to and just harass people in their ordinary lives. Because I feel like it gives you more places to be. That aren't just like, ah, yes, let's go to the tavern. Let's go to the inn. Let's go to the blacksmith. It gives you more things. There we go. I don't know. I've been rambling a lot about my less than healthy behaviors. So let's turn the question to you all. What projects have y'all been working on lately? Would you say? What have people been up to?
Same 2 projects.
Same 2 projects. Fair enough, fair enough. Commitment to a project is probably better, yeah. This character does not have a name yet, and I can't even name her. I'm not allowed to name her. Someone else who has drawn her before has referred to her lovingly as quote-unquote Grey Mom. I don't know what to think about that, frankly.
Turning my drawing into a product.
Oh, wonderful. I think. Grey Mom has her working title right now. Grey Mom.
Smoke-chan.
Smoke-chan. Yeah. She is a smoker. Smoke-chan. They're very rough body shape.
There's a giraffe ranch in FL. I really want to visit. Giraffes, sweet creatures.
There's a giraffe ant ranch in Florida. That does sound nice, yeah. We should go. It'll be fun. Oh, you know what it is? The neck. The neck is what's weird here. Yep, it was the neck.
What's your fave, My Little Pony?
I don't really know much about My Little Pony, frankly. I don't really know many of the characters' names at all. Twilight Sparkle, I guess? That's one of the characters' names, right? There we go. There you are.
Yes!
Okay. Yeah, sure, that one. That is my working hypothesis here. Okay, so the hair would probably have to be diverted off to the side because of the chest. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. There we go. There we go. That is not a good chin. Oh dear. Oh, it's because of this.
G3 Pony are the best, but I'm interested in watching the G4 cartoon since it's so popular.
I don't really know much about G3 or G4. I don't really know. I assume it's generation. But, come on. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. I'm gonna be right back. Gonna take a brief little break. Little ad break.
Nobody ever said a pirate's life was easy. But Cloth and April may have bit off more than they can chew. One man's treasure is another man's curse. Shanties by Briarfight Ben. A pirate's life for you, not for me.
I have returned. Have returned indeed. Yeah, I think the arms are a little lopsided. Let's deal with that. There we go. Is it the shoulder? Is the shoulder what's bothering me about this? Maybe. Oh. Today is a slower day than normal. This is, of course, because a friend of mine told me recently that he could not attend stream because he had given up watching YouTube for Lent, which is a fancy way of telling me that he had given up watching my live stream for Lent. What a wonderful and interesting thing. Yeah. I've actually given up watching YouTube videos as well for Lent. I have been.
I did that 1 year.
You did that 1 year? Yeah. That's what I'm doing this year. I've given up YouTube and Twitter. Obviously, I'm streaming on YouTube now. That's the exception, is me streaming to YouTube. But in terms of watching it, I can't really do that for the foreseeable time. There we go. Okay, I think it's probably the proportions, honestly. Where it's like this. And if I switch it around and put it over here.
It really helps with productivity.
It does. I agree. Okay, so the other one actually isn't long enough. Maybe what I need to do is I need to do it like this. Okay, that actually does kind of look a little better. There we go. Yeah. I'm not very good at the whole Lent thing. Like I can avoid meat, but fasting is always has been a challenge to do properly. Because it's like, wow. I find it so easy to accidentally go over where you're just like, well, does this count as like a second meal? I guess I did technically go over with it, darn. Oh. I'm not too worried about like the specifics of the rules, frankly. I am worried about the specifics of these hips, though. This does not look right at all. I think these should be more up. Alright, where it's going kind of up like this. And that one's going up more like that. Boom. That's not proportional. That's very wrong. Why is it wrong? Oh, the elbow. That's one reason. There we go. Oh well. It is comfy medieval music time.
Did you know? If you go to Crazy Horse, they give you free rocks from where they're carving the monument.
Crazy Horse. They're carving out the monument of Crazy Horse. What is Crazy Horse? But free rock sounds cool, at least. You can say, I got a rock from Crazy Horse. You can have people go up to you and go, whoa, that's so cool. Where's Crazy Horse? You say, well, it's this one place in Placetown where placing happens of places. Placingly. It's placed. Boop, boop. Yeah, no, that's not right proportion still. Okay, I'm gonna copy paste the head a few times. Boop. Boop.
It's a monument in South Dakota.
I see. It's a monument in South Dakota that you can go to where they're carving it out, and you can get yourself a special horse.
Celebrating a Lakota war leader.
Let me look into that actually. Look. So, crazy horse. Oh wow, they really. Oh! Oh yeah, this thing where they're like doing like an extremely lengthy project of making the crazy horse sculpture. I mean, yeah, it'll be absolutely cool when it's finished. It'll be amazing. I didn't know they're still carving it. I assumed somebody abandoned it or something. Oh. Let's see if I can get a decent...
I think with technology, it's becoming a faster process.
That's fair. Okay, so this is roughly how long it should be. It's probably why it's so disproportional is because it is not at all the right height.
Since they've made a lot of progress. I visited 10 years ago.
Oh, they made a lot of progress since you visited 10 years ago? Or, oh, you visited 10 years ago because they made a
Granted,
lot of
10 years
progress.
is a lot of time, huh?
Fair, fair. Oop, oop. Oh. I just discovered a new button. Oh, I discovered a button that skips to the next song. Cool. And goes back to the previous one. Cool. Okay. I didn't know these were there for that. Cool. And pause. And volume change. And interesting. Oh. Okay, I apparently muted my speakers without realizing. Very interesting. Am I having lag? It says dropped frames 1800, 1900, 2000 dropped frames. Am I having lag? Hello? Dropped frames is now up to 3,000. I don't know if this is normal or not, but the number is, the percent is going
Yeah,
down.
the stream was acting weird. I thought it was my end.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's showing that I have a lot of dropped frames in my OBS thing. I've never noticed this thing before. Then I saw that it was getting like 0 something kbps, and I was like, what is going on with that? But the number is going down. It's at 85% dropped frames now. The number of dropped frames is still going up, mind you, but the like kbps is going up as well. So hopefully the number of dropped frames will suddenly decrease a ton. I'm gonna run like an internet speed test just to be safe. It says my internet's downloading just fine. Maybe it's an upload issue? No, my internet's uploading better than it downloads right now for some reason. There we go. The dropped frames has gone down significantly. The kbps has gone up a lot. Very cool. Okay, so these three. Everything below this. What the heck? I don't think that's right. I think I've done something horribly wrong. Maybe it's just, maybe it's too wide right now. Maybe not that wide or that thin, but like something kind of in between. That does not feel right. Alright, I gotta get out a reference. I'm bleeding too much time on something that I can't even figure out that should be basic. Alright, Buster. No, jeez. Okay, keys. Did I move the keys over here yet? Yes, I did, so I don't need this one over here.
I'm back. I'm sorry, my mom wanted to ask me something.
Perfectly alright, do not worry. It happens to everybody. Having a mom is just nice like that. Let's see. So I need to have this thing up here. Boom. This is the proportion chart. This is how proportions work, so far as I'm aware. So where am I getting the proportions wrong with this?
Yeah, she was asking me if I wanted something from Burger King.
Respectable. Do you want something from Burger King? Okay, so a half body is 4 heads. Right? Alright, it's 3.5 heads. Right? So like halfway between the heads. So here is where the height should be. This is how tall it should be. The issue is that this is not how wide. That's not right. What is going on? Anatomy, you awful creature. Why do you do this to me? Why do you hate me so? Why do you torment me with corrections that I don't remember anymore? How am I supposed to do anatomy? I wish I how the heck do you get through the hips? How do you get the hips?
Grey's Anatomy running for 300 seasons.
True. True. So, let me see if I can get a chart for this. Hold on. Proportion. I want a 7-head tall one here. Hold on. Alright, you know what? I'll just use this reference. We will use this as another key to help me along. There we go. They have completely equal proportions. I have no idea what you're talking about. There are no differences between them whatsoever. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. There's no difference between their hands, their legs, anything at all. It's all the same. No.
I had an idea for a story for a while, then I played a video game, and it had a very similar story. So I'm like, dang it.
If only I hadn't. If only I had this idea 2 to 3 years before whoever made this game, before this game came out. It could have been awesome. Out of curiosity, what was the video game? Okay, so
Wisselkin Lacrimose of Dana.
YS8 Lacrima. I have no idea what that is. Okay, so the arms aren't long enough. That's part of the issue. The arms have to get about halfway down this body. They should start after the start of the head, which they do. So roughly here-ish?
It's a story about how the world goes through cycles in a way, and I had an idea for a story where the A world is reset and humanity begins anew.
I see. Clever, clever.
Similar, but not exact.
So our world is reset. I mean, there are I think that's a fairly interesting trope with a few things. So I don't think that's the only story that could be made with it. I think you could still make an interesting story around that premise. You get some doing the heads wrong. Maybe I'm doing the heads wrong. I need to do that again in order to figure out the proportions. Reconstructing it.
Ye, proportions are always hard.
Yeah. I am struggling a ton with them right now. Right, that seems roughly what I want.
There are many times where I redraw a panel multiple times because it never looks right.
I know, right? It's so freaking frustrating. Anyway. There we go. Okay, so at around halfway through this one, this starts. Right? About here, just starts. Then we have the just go out here. I don't know that I believe that at all. If I could have like a proportion. Okay, so I know that these go like. You have two heads side by side. Right? We have like this. You duplicate it and you put it like side by side. Boom. Now you got the length of the shoulders. Why is there just an extra one here? Cool. Cool. Alright, so these two are here to give us the length of the shoulders. And then we say roughly around here. Then around the midsection of the third head, so around here, the elbows start. I hate having to anatomically reconstruct the entire thing, but I have to, for the sake of this drawing. Even if it doesn't look all that good. And then it has to come out roughly to the extent of the thing here. Boom. Boom. And then we want to make sure Somehow I think these are slightly shorter than they should be. Besides... First off, this is way too curved.
Howdy, howdy. I'm here after a lot of meetings. How you doing, Mr. Gway?
Peter, so glad to have you. I'm doing all right. Thanks for joining us. I have been drawing Gray Mom or Smoke Chan.
Hi, Peter.
I'm currently working on this character. It is a work in the making.
Marlboro Mommy.
Marlboro Mommy? Marlboro Mommy. That is certainly one of the names of all time to give her.
Hello.
Kevin Carl, so glad to have you. This starts a little further down than what
Newport Nana.
Newport Nana. No. Marlboro Mommy was a much better one. If the guy who is paying me for this ever gets back to me, I will continue it, and we will make it into a full-fledged project, and I will stick to it because I was paid to do so, and I do that a lot better than internal motivation. It's a lot easier for me to deal with. It's something I'm passionate about, but I'm doing so at someone else's command. It takes a lot of pressure off me.
Go, you can do it.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Peter.
Yippee.
Yippee! Okay, I think I'm not gonna redraw the other thing so much as I'm just gonna erase this and then use that.
I have had a lot happen personally. Had 38 inches of snow fall upon my town overnight.
That is awful. So sorry about that. I hope y'all are okay.
Also, I moved in like less than a week.
Well, congratulations on the move. I'm sorry about the big change, but hopefully it's not going to be emblematic of something more serious.
also built a new bed desk in 7 hours, but now I have a really nice drawing area. As you saw, wink wink nudge nudge.
Indeed I did. Indeed I did. Very true, very true. Let's see.
It's almost done. I'm just really nitpicky on rendering LMAO.
Understandable. I get nitpicky about stuff too. It's alright. I do not fault you in the slightest. You are welcome to take your time with it. Let's see. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably the angle of this thing has to be different. Because I have it going down when it should go up. Should go up to on top of her arm. It's gonna do what I'm trying to get it to do. Go.
How are you doing, Mr. Gray?
Okay,
Kevin Carl, thank you very much for
back.
asking. I am doing alright. I have been working on this piece and a few pieces and a few things like it for a little while. If you would like me to draw something else, I might be willing to do a little doodle. But I had this drawing that I made a long time ago, and I was like, you know what? I want to draw more of her. I want to draw a little reference sheet. If other people wanted to draw her for later.
Draw the Mona Lisa one-to-one recreation.
One-to-one recreation? Sure, buddy. Here, one moment.
I've had several ideas. Let me dig them up.
Sure thing.
Pull out the webcam and paint it in person.
Painted in person. Alright, there you go. There's your Mona Lisa. My canvas is actually really, really big, so, you know, if you can't see it very well, you know, that's mostly like a graphics issue, which means that, like, you need to get, like, a better monitor. TBH. So, you know, that's more of a skill issue with you. I think it's better to get, like, a big picture of it, so I don't want to zoom in too much, but, you know. That right there is the Mona Lisa. One-to-one. But, you know, because of the art program, it's just like that, you know? That's totally why. No other reason. There are some days where I draw something and I'm like, wow, this is so impressive. I'm amazed I was able to do it in such a short time. And then there are other days where I draw something and I'm like, wow, why on earth can't I get like even a little bit out of it? Why is it like a struggle today? I don't know.
Mood.
Why is today so hard to draw? I'm still just as motivated. I'm still working.
Yeah, I feel we all have those low energy days.
It's not even a low energy thing. It's like some days I draw and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to do this. And then I draw and then I'm like, why does it suck? Why is it constantly sucking?
Tell your hand to work better.
Hand. Work better. Maybe I need to pause and like take a step back. Maybe the point is looking at the drawing for too long is what like stabilizes you to it, and having all the distractions can really help you out. Right? Maybe that's the point, right? I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. C'est la vie. C'est la vie.
Yeah, sometimes doing something else and coming back to it can help. Get those fresh eyes, TM.
Yeah, the shoulders aren't equal length.
I see she's got an inverted triangle body type going on. Not saying it's wrong, but just saying her shoulders are broader than her hips, which is a little more of a mask body type if that's your intention.
It is not my intention. Wait. So you're saying that, like, the shoulders... Wait. The shoulder... So you're saying that, like, this... Hold on. This section... and this section... should be... like, equal length? Let's shrink her body a little bit.
The hips are a little wider typically. They should meet around the shoulders.
I know the hips are wider, but I'm just not used to drawing like wide hips, I guess. It just feels weird. I don't know. Yeah, now she just looks fat. Yeah, I'm not doing this right at all.
Sent you a reference of what I'm talking about.
Okay. I think hourglass is what we're going for. Alright. But that doesn't seem like it's about the, like, shoulders so much as it seems like it's about the like, chest area. Where, the chest should be, like, roughly the same length. Sorry, like, roughly the same size, you know? And that seems okay, right? Right, like if I do this, I will admit it helps. It helps make it look nicer. Oh, let's skip this one.
So you want the shoulders and hips to line up, but the waist is generally the thinnest part of the torso when talking about an hourglass figure.
Well, yeah, I get that.
Not as exaggerated as the reference, but, you know.
Okay, so I'd want, like, something like this for the waist. I mean, the waist to me, what I've got, seems like not so bad. Everyone, we have fan art. Fan art, everyone.
Yeah, Brub getting food.
Go ahead, go ahead. But before you do that...
I think the waist works, yeah.
Before you do that, though... Everyone, gray fan art, gray fan art. Thank you very much, Icy. Very cool. Truly, truly. My top fan. Top fan, top fan. Alas. Thank you very much. This is how I draw proportions. This really is. Okay, you know, this looks kind of nice now, right? Then we get like a smoking hand. Woman hand smoking. I get like a little reference for this. Every time I try to draw something that isn't like combining references, I feel like pain. Where I'm not necessarily... I'm trying to draw not from imagination, but from like construction. And I feel pain. Where I'm constructing a new pose. Way too big a finger, too fat. I don't know how big I want her nails to be. I don't think she's supposed to be wearing like super fancy nails or anything like that. I don't think there's any need for her to do that right now.
Her nails are daggers, 3 feet long.
Her nails are daggers 3 feet long. This is true. This is how most women's nails are. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. There we are. Get like a nice basic little hand shape. Then we're going to correct the anatomy of it. We'll fix up the placement of it in a moment.
Oh, looking good!
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see, I think it should be something like this. Yeah, because it's kind of a steep incline. And then we're gonna move you all over this way. But we're gonna move you all a little further.
I know you're busy right now, but I have an interesting request. It doesn't have to be complicated.
You know what? Sure, Kevin. I've been doing this for a little while. Give me your request. Let me see if there's something else I can do for a little bit. It's not just this one character. I am open to doing your request, Kevin.
Could you draw Reimu from Taoho, boxing a poorly drawn Mike Tyson? The more crude, the better.
Reimu from Toho boxing a poorly drawn Mike Tyson. The more crude, the better. You know what? Sure, one moment. Reimu. Reimu Toho. I'm going to use the original sprite image because I find it funnier. And Mike Tyson.
Early 2000s Adult Swim type art style.
True. True.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out featuring Reimu. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out featuring Reimu. Oh,
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out featuring Reimu.
Reimu's Punch-Out featuring Mike Tyson.
True.
Well, Peter.
Here we go, here we go. So we give him... I was told to make it a crude image.
Looking good. Looking good.
Looking good. Is it just repeating all messages, or did you just both repeat it multiple times? Okay, it's just repeating all messages now. That's great.
I think she is. It's repeating the message.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine now, haha.
Woohoo! I'm having to draw his weird tattoo on this side of the face in like the most completely badly drawn way. And you know what? I'm here for it.
You mean the thigh of his faith?
The thigh of his faith.
One of my favorite Mike Tyson quotes is, "I broke my back. My back is broken. Spinal."
Spinal. Horrifying.
the exed eyes, haha.
Here we go. Oh, I need to give him stubble. There you go. Look at that.
Raymu's finisher line is, "This is what a real bad apple can do."
You know what? Sure.
True. Haha. Haha.
I'd imagine she'd do well since she's good at dogging bullet hells.
True. Oh, wait, I did this arm wrong. It has to be the arm extended over here. I did all that stuff down here, and then I realized I have to erase it all.
Points and laughs.
It's so Jover. Here we go.
Oh, gotta add those motion lines.
That's true, that's true. There you go, Mike Tyson. Then... What was the favorite line? I broke...
Spinal.
I broke my back. Sorry, I broke...
I broke my back. My back is broken. Spinal.
There you go. Congratulations. This is your completed image of Rimu versus Mike Tyson. I hope you're very happy with what you've had me draw.
Fantastic clap clap.
Very cool.
Are you not happy with it?
No. It's good. I just don't know what to say. There it is. Rimu versus Mike Tyson. I will send this to a friend of mine who likes Toho. As I think he may enjoy it. There you go. Okay, now we go back to the art piece. The reference sheet. I think this finger should be longer, frankly. Oh, I guess not. I guess I should just be starting further down. Oh darn, is Elsie broken again? Boop. Python. Marlboro mommy time. How are her lungs holding up? She is, dying. She doesn't smoke them, she eats them, so her lungs are fine. True, if you eat nicotine, there's nothing unhealthy that can happen from it. We all know this. This is true. I feel paranoid about something, so I'm going to check it. I don't like that I'm wrong.
Paranoid is a great song.
Oh, I've not heard that one. I do, however, just want to, like, barely move the shoulder over.
Be wrong.
Sadly, I am wrong. I'm gonna keep this here as a reminder to myself that I'm wrong. Because, despite everything, I really, really don't like the shoulder. But I know that it's gotta be that way. Because that's just how it is.
It's moving the drawn lines, the equivalent of autotune in music.
Is moving the drawn lines the equivalent of auto-tune
Maybe
in
it's because
music?
of the trap muscles.
I don't think so. I think it's probably the same as, like, using a sample. Maybe it's because of the trap muscles. Oh, you mean moving the drawn lines instead of copying them? Not really auto-tune. Auto-tune wouldn't work there.
Yes!
It's because of the trap muscles. The trapezius are these, right? You think that she should have, like, more defined traps? Like that?
The muscle connecting the neck to the shoulders. Look at your ref again. It's the curvy part.
I guess that's more shoulders than anything. Muscle connecting neck to shoulders. Oh, darn it. Oh, I gotta pick it again. Oh, okay, because it's too, like... Yeah, no, that just makes her look buff if I make her have, like, exaggerated shoulders. I want them to be smooth. Look at that. That's a good body. Boom. Powerful. Right?
What's up, my dog? I know you have this one drawn. You have committed your local legions of your muscles in your hands to draw this current drawing. But can I request a quest of drawn propensities?
King Toasters, welcome. Glad to have you here. Kevin Carl did just come up with a request. You may, in fact, make a request, King Toasters. You may, in fact, make a request if you should so desire. Though I have the right to refuse. I may still opt to do so.
What about that?
Quest of drawn propensities. Oh? What is your request? Speak freely. Share with the class. What did you think would be a good option to draw?
My fear is overtaking me.
Do not be afraid. I shall simply make a haha funny joke if I don't like it, and I shall simply move on. You don't need to be, like, worrying, like, over...
Chat, should I make this request?
What do you think, chat?
I say let the chat vote.
You say let the chat vote. Well, those who are here may speak. Besides, this isn't a democracy anyway. I don't know why you're dragging it out. Chat says, yeah, diggity
I don't know
dog.
why you're dragging
There
it
we go.
out.
Chat says, yeah, diggity dog, just say it.
Exactly. Come on. Be not afraid. We are decent folk here. We will not mock you too much for anything you should dare put forward. I may refuse, but you know.
Sent you more of what I'm talking about, by the by.
Understood. Oh, I didn't know they did that. Didn't know they did that. That is very good to know. That's what the traps are. Okay, I didn't know. I'll be honest. I didn't know about the traps. It makes sense that they're there, right? I just don't see it drawn super often.
It's a slow curve down towards the shoulders.
It's a slow curve. I guess I have too flat of a line. Why can't I draw? Darn you.
My request of inquest is that you draw a fox woman driver of 18-wheelers. For clarification and not rumination, she is a woman who is a fox of anthropomorphic tendencies, but it doesn't have to be full.
No.
Helps to know a little bit about the muscles when it comes to body shapes and stuff.
No. King of Toasters, I think I will pass on that request. You are welcome to ask another artist if you should so desire, but I'd rather just stay away from any kind of, like, drawing, like, furry type stuff. Like, if you want me to draw a girl who has, like, little ears and a little tail, right? Like that one girl from like Spice and Wolf. Right?
Gray isn't much of an anthro drawer. At most, kimono Mimi.
Alright, like if you want me to draw like the girl from Spice and Wolf, there you go. This is your spice and wool.
The ears and tail option can work.
There you go. That's really the full extent that I'm doing with this. She is drawing an 18-wheeler. You are welcome. No, I'm not drawing the 18-wheeler. Boom. There is your drawing.
I did specify that it didn't have the fullness, but can be less so in proportion. Depending on your own personal tendencies and preferences, you may prefer in preference to the other option of fullness.
I see. Well, there you go. That's what you're getting. I hope you enjoy. There's your little fox girl driving a truck.
Very kawaii gray.
Thank you. I agree. It's a nice little doodle.
Fox girl driving down the highway at 120 mph.
120 miles an hour, yeah. Who will she run over next?
So it is an okay substition by my flixtious standard that have no precognition of any substance in a eternal form. Thank you, my good sir. I'm back, Mr. Gray.
Welcome back, Froggy. King of Toasters.
She has to take one of those trucker ramps because
Avoid the
her brakes
vocab.
are broken.
Just like one of the trucker ramps because one of her brakes are broken. Yeah, Froggy, you didn't miss much. I drew a short little doodle of a fox girl driving a truck, an 18-wheeler, and I drew Rimu beating up Mike Tyson. This is what a real bad apple can do. I broke my back. My back is broken. Spinal. That's what we've been up to. Also, I started this and then someone left before I could finish.
That looks cool. May I ask, how do you feel today, Mr. G?
I'm feeling good. I'm getting a little tired. We might be wrapping up soon. But I'd like to get at least some more done for this drawing here.
What is King Toasters on about?
Yeah, it's getting late where you're at.
I'll be real, Chief. I just tend to...
I need for you to draw me 27 different requests right now. Go!
King Toasters is on thesaurus. Calm.
Yeah, King Toasters chill out, dude. And if you don't actually want something drawn, if you don't like it, if you don't look at it and like it, you know, don't request it. If you're doing so as a joke, then I really don't care as much. You know?
Mr. Gray sounds sleepy, so I'm gonna go to bed. It's midnight for me.
Understandable. Yes. Oh, midnight for you. Jeez. Alright, you're a couple hours ahead. Alright, well, I do hope you have a good night, Froggy. Do take care. Good night, Froggy. Now that we've gotten a basic body done,
It's currently February 30th at 26 p.m. for Gray.
Have a good night, everyone, and good night, Mr. Gray.
What have I done wrong, my good sir? I have just said the drawing of drawings you made for me was within the correct parameters of my request. You bot of robots has put all my messages in a severe tone. Have a good one, Froggy.
there we go. Here we go. I'm thinking we do this and a this. And then I add a this. This. And a this.
Did you know if you picked up an armadillo, it goes yippee?
I did not know this. That was actually really well timed as well, by the way. Very good. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to turn it black. So it fits the rest of what I've drawn here.
If you put it down, it goes, wow.
Yippee! Wow! Okay, I'm being sent a bunch of messages.
If you pick up a prairie dog, it goes wahoo. It's real. Look it up.
Wahoo! Wahoo! You know, I'm not gonna deny it or affirm it. I'm just gonna say, wow, sounds cool.
My mom loves the Poppy the prairie dog.
Poppy the prairie dog? Who is Poppy the prairie dog?
It's a pet prairie dog that goes wahoo whenever her owner says her name. Someone's
Wow.
pet prairie dog. It goes wahoo.
I see. Wahoo! Wahoo! Delete these. Keep that. I think even the version of it's fine. I don't really like how the end of it looks, though. I think I want to make it like one little tail. There we go. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that there's something new to learn here.
Did you know you can braid bread?
You can braid bread? How do you braid bread? How does that work?
Did you know you can bread braid?
Bread braid?
You have 3 strands of dough and you braid the strands.
Mm-hmm. I see, I see. Let's see, let's see. So we have the head here.
I have a cat craving attention right now.
You have a cat craving attention right now? You should tell the cat to bugger off. That'll make it want you more. Hair. Braid. Okay, so if I'm doing clothing, you gotta start with the collar.
She's starving. I haven't looked at her in 5 minutes.
Starving? Because you haven't looked at her in 5 minutes? Oh my goodness. Truly, I mean, that's just basically neglect. That's basically animal abuse. Nice little simple collar. And then we get it some things. Alright, so it's fairly smooth with everything except for the like arms. So the arms are where we actually want to like have things modified. The folds on it are something that I still don't fully understand. Right? Like, if I look at this, I'm like, these seem vaguely like points for push and pull. Right, where it kind of like folds into layers like that. Oh, it's 10.
Mayhaps a reference is in order?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't proceed without a reference here. This is definitely a case where I think a reference would help. Gosh, I don't like using references, but I know I have to. I feel like I use references a lot. What is it called? Baggy woman's turtleneck sweater. Striped.
Trust me, when I draw, I always have like 20 references pulled up at once.
Yeah, see, I feel like I have very few references, and I just kind of am, like, pulling from just a few with very little, like, combination. Oh. I'm trying to find something that has like the amount of folds that I want. Like, 'cause this has a decent amount of folds, and whenever I look up stuff, I'm just like, well, it's not really folding as much as the ones that I'm seeing online. Like this is the closest that I'm seeing so far. Is this thing? And even then I'm like, this doesn't quite feel right. What was this? I forgot about it. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Peter. This is a very helpful. Where do you get all these references, Peter? Where do you get this?
I'm a programmer. Searching up stuff is kind of my specialty.
I see. I'm very bad at the whole searching things up thing. If I could just get other people to do it for me, that would be great.
Gray two-finger typing shirt fold, please help.
True. I'm just like, Peter, Peter! Give me a reference, Peter! Please, Peter! You don't understand what's at stake, Peter. You don't understand the lives on the line. Okay, so we get that. Then we get a... Maybe a little tighter. There you go.
Clothes folds is something that you eventually just like have to eventually get the vibe of based on how you think clothes and the body work.
Yeah. Which kind of sucks, because I don't get the vibe of them yet. Yeah, that's not anatomically correct. I can just tell now. But I'm too
Stare
far
at clothes, stare at yourself, and also keep in mind that when you stylize, you don't have to draw every minor fold and stuff.
True. Problem is, I have difficulty distinguishing between what's like a minor fold and what's like a major fold, I guess. I just don't get like the classification of folds. There we are. Then we want... And we want, in addition to these...
With thicker materials, you'll see less folds in general. But with those outer edges, like on the sides of the arms, you could probably get away with not doing folds and just making the lines wobbly.
Like on the side. Oh, you mean like over here? Okay. I'll try it.
Yes, señora!
Yes, señor. Si, señor. Then we have here...
Like the armpit and elbow is really what you need to care about. And maybe the wrist.
Maybe the wrist. Okay. Let me draw some more of the how that looks. We want when the arm is up, kind of got like a little bit. And then we want, after that, some basic Alright, let me get a little bit more of these. With the body, we kind of pull it back, duplicate, and then we get rid of this. We say that if it's not in like the right section, and we're going to erase it.
Sent you videos for later for you to think about.
Of course, of course. Thank you very much, Peter. I do appreciate this. I want to spend more time studying art. It is fun to do. It is fun to do art. I do enjoy it. Well, thank you for the videos. I appreciate it. I think I made the arm here not as bulky in the thing as it should be. Here we are. There we go. There we go. Look at that.
Unrelated. But in my spare time, I've been dabbling in a game called Zenless Zone Zero. Pretty fun combat stuffs.
I've heard about this game. I've seen some of the art for it. So the characters kind of look nice. Some of the animations look nice, I think. But I've not seen much about the gameplay. So interesting that the first thing you would compliment about it is the gameplay.
Well, listen, I could talk more about it, but we gotta keep the stream PG.
Fair enough, fair enough. Speaking of, it's probably about time for me to wrap it up. I do have some more things that I need to do for the night. But although I do really want to continue, I recognize that I have obligations as well that make it difficult to do so. So I'm gonna maybe finish some eyes. I'm gonna be done for the night. I've liked this style of making eyebrows.
You recognize that the EP may be creeping up on thee.
I do, yeah. I recognize that I may be getting EP. I recognize that I may have things to do. And much to my discontent. Although I do not want to have to do things, I know that they have to be done. I know that I must accomplish something. I do like drawing like the kind of fuzzy eyes like you see here. I think they look really good. When you draw kind of fuzzy eyes. But it's really kind of thick. Has a kind of shine to it. And you have like a little bit of a soft brush there.
It's a technique that you'd call hatching.
Yeah, exactly. I do like hatched eyes. And I think that it's a beautiful thing. Oh wait, you know what I just realized? This isn't long enough. This is supposed to be out here. Alright, and then we get her eyes a little bigger. And then there, we make a copy of this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Oh, did I not? Frick. Don't draw the eyebrow, the upper part of her eyes. Alright, let's move her eyes around so that it actually makes sense.
Marlborough Mom and her iconic singular eye.
Exactly. And then we give her her face with it. Nah, it kind of makes her a little creepy. No, too cool. Her eyes are too big. They need to be smaller. Ugh. There's a problem with that. We're gonna figure out what's wrong with her head later. If I had to guess, partly the angle of this. Partly just that it's not parallel. Thereby, this has to move over a little bit. And then the other thing is that her hair, this part here, needs to come out more. Boom, boom. Is it perfect? No. There we go. Look at that. She looks so much better already. Some other things might need to be changed, like maybe her hand size might be a little weird. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's big, maybe it's not because of perspective. Who knows? I'm gonna add more detail to like the lines of her clothing and whatnot. Right, I'm probably gonna do that, but I'm not doing that tonight. For now, you all can be satisfied with quote-unquote Marlboro Mommy. Which I personally think is an amazing name to give her. Which I'm gonna write down. And with that, I believe today's stream will be complete. Thank you all.
The unofficial name for the character has been made.
True. I will run this by the author as soon as I can. And we'll see what he thinks. But thank you all very much for coming tonight. Thank you all for being here. I really did enjoy streaming. And I hope you all did too. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the stream. Blah, 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 blah. The usual stuff that streamers or YouTubers say. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed yourself today. I hope you enjoyed a nice, chill stream.
Something by Gray.
Something by Gray indeed. I hope you all have a wonderful night. God bless. On to the end stream screen.